let's experiment. So there's like a recipe that's been like on Facebook, and I think, you know, I just kind of like to experiment. So we're gonna kind of take something that's already been done and make it our own. Anyways, so the first thing that I did wrong was I knew I wanted something savory. I want to use puff pastry, and I want it savory. And so I have some shrimp without lead, and don't ask, and then spinach, so with iron. Anyways, so I went ahead and I cooked it up in some butter. The problem is that it's going to be wet, and so I think that might end up being a problem, but we're going to find out soon. So I've got the puff pastry on a cookie sheet, but I want to mix up the middle first, the insides. So we've got ricotta cheese, and we're going to go ahead and stick that whole thing in there. I'm not sure if that's going to go, or there we go. So we're going to do ricotta. I bet we don't need this whole thing. So I think I'm going to take out maybe half of it. Make it from another recipe, right? All right, so we've got ricotta. I'm going to use half of a 15 ounce. Lid back on. I'm going to add an egg without shells. I know shells have that crunchy flavor, but that's not what we want to do. Then I'm going to add in some Mott's cheese. I don't know, eyeballing it. Basically, I want to make the mixture a little bit thick, and I want it cheesy. And then I'm going to put in some Parmesan, some shredded Parmesan. Then I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. Hopefully it'll dry. Hopefully that stuff is thick enough. So this is just spinach and shrimp. I may be doing this wrong. Maybe I should have done the cheese first and then this on top. I don't know. But how do you learn unless you try it? Well, I mean, I guess you could read what other people do, but I wanted to try something unique, I think. Anyways, I don't want to steal anybody's glory, so somebody else did this already. I'm sorry. Okay, so I know this is weird, but as I was smelling this, yum, I wanted to add in more flavor. So this doesn't make sense, but this smells so good. This is that Kinder seasoning, and this is the cowboy butter with Dijon butter and chili. And so I'm gonna do a healthy serving of that. Oh yes! All right, and then I'm gonna stir this all up together. Like I said, hopefully the cheese and everything, although that egg's probably gonna make it a little runny again. So some of the recipes I looked up, they're like start with a sheet that's already cooked, but I think that's mainly for food that you're not cooking in it. The shrimp is like I said, already cooked, so I didn't want to put raw shrimp in just in case. All right, plus I kind of wanted that buttery taste. All right, so now we're gonna take this sheet and it's a lot of mixture. So I'm not gonna do that much. I think I'm only gonna fill this like halfway because like what if this doesn't turn out very well? So I'm gonna put in this much, I think. Maybe a little more. I don't know. I could probably do a whole one. I have 2 sheets, but I really want to try to make a dessert one, you know? Okay, so if I were to fold this in half, yeah, it looks like I still got a little bit more. Maybe I can fit all this in. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try, guys. We're gonna try. Again, learn from what I do. Then you don't have to make these mistakes yourself. Ooh, you're welcome. Anyways, okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to fold this over. And see, this had lots of room. So we can still move that over even a little bit more this way. Because I just basically want to have it to where I can pinch. It's almost like making a big pierogi. We'll have to do that someday too. Okay. Oh yeah. Usually it's a lot like just making a big pierogi. The only change is that I would typically make the dough myself. All right. So now we're going to flip that over. We're going to take a fork that I did not get. Here, I guess I wasn't very prepared. Said my teacher in like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the fork on the edges. Yep. Move this more in the middle of the pan now. And, oh yes, pretty. I'm not doing any kind of fancy design or anything because I really can't wait to eat this. Then once we're done, I guess I can take this fork. I took an egg, put it in this little bowl. Ooh, I don't have my whisk. I guess I do. It's behind me, but I don't want to turn around. I just want this over because I want to eat this. All right. So we've got that stirred up, and then I'm going to just take my barbecue brush. I'm going to do an egg wash on the dough here, and then I'm going to cook it. The oven is preheated at 350. I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier. And so now, ooh, it's going to be so good. Hope everybody's thinking the same thing. So hopefully this works, and then that will save you the trouble of trying to experiment on that. All right. So there we go, and it says here to bake for, it says to roll out, oh, preheat at 400, gotta raise that. Ooh. See? Do with what I got here. Okay, so 400. Okay, so it should only take a few minutes. So once I'm done, I'm going to put it in. It says that for larger pastries, like strudels, baking time is 30 to 50 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and do this for probably about 30 minutes. And then if it smells really good before that, then we'll check on it. Otherwise, probably 30 minutes. I bet it's going to take probably 30 to 35 minutes. All right, now I have extra egg wash. You know what this means? I gotta make something else. All right, we'll be right back as soon as it's out of the oven. Be back in a jiffy. Ooh, this house smells so good. Oh, thanks for myself. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, ho, ho. What do you think? All right. It does look really good. Okay, so remember we were experimenting, so let me tell you some of my mistakes. One is I started looking over this little handy dandy thing again, and it actually said to heat the oven up to 425 for a regular oven. 400 was for the convection oven. So I turned it up to 425. Probably 400 would have been okay. Also, it said for larger pastries like strudels, increase baking time 30 to 35 minutes, but otherwise it's usually 15 to 20. So, oh, also, I used wax paper under it. So I guess if I had maybe greased it, that would have been different. But I looked at it in 15 minutes and like the crust was beautiful like this. And so I ended up turning it over and then pulling off the plastic wrap and losing some dough actually. And then I cooked it again for about 5 more minutes. And so it's nice and crusty. I think I found myself. Owie. Anyways, so this is how it looks. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so, ooh, I'm gonna bring it over because it looks that good. Well, let me cut into it first. Okay, so I'm gonna cut into it. I know it's really early, like it hasn't cooled off or anything yet, but let's see what this looks like. Oh, baby. Oh, and then when you cut, like there's like a little crunch. Oh my goodness, I have this little spatula thing here. All right, now I'll bring this over for you to see. I can't wait to try it. I just don't want to burn my tongue too. All right. I mean, if you can see it. Oh. Look at that. Oh, delicious, right? All right, I'll take a little tiny bite. It's for you. It's for me, let's be honest. So I'm gonna take a little tiny bite. And then I'll figure out what to do about my burn. All right, oh, the crust is so perfect. So I want a little bit of crust, a little bit of spinach and shrimp. Oh, and all that cheese. Look at this. You want to see it? Look at that bite. Mm. Well, I'm going to say that's a home run. It's really good. Maybe the only thing I would have done is add more shrimp, but I tend not to, I don't know, I tend to be minimal. And so you might want to try more shrimp and then just a tad more salt maybe, but otherwise it's perfect the way it is. I love it. Well, if you try it, let me know how'd it go. Bye.